Hey guys, Janelle here from janellemma.com. Now today I want to talk to you about how you can better manage your time so that you'll be more productive in your business and so that you're not wasting time on those activities that aren't money-making activities, the MMA. So, today's all about time management. If you think that, what you're doing for your business, have a think about what it is that you're doing daily and whether that's the daily money-making activities that are going to make you money or whether you're just doing busy work. So let's go into that. Now, obviously you want to be looking at money-making activities that can give you faster results. They give you, quicker steps into the next direction or, the next rank in your company or, grow that team a bit more or, train up that next person quicker. And we want to have a look at those activities. We want to have a look at our time management for those activities to make sure that we're doing them properly and that we're doing the right one so we're not wasting time. Everyone is busy these days. There's so many people out there that have busy lives these days, and I can assure you even the stay-at-home mum is busy these days. So we need to find the right amount of time in our day that we can put into our business, and have better time management for ourselves and not be sitting doing, ticking away, doing all these different things which are really not money-making activities. Now, everyone has kids' activities they've got to do after school. While their kids are at school, they're doing their own things through the day. And then on the weekends, that's usually family time. So how the heck do you fit in a network marketing business or a home business in the nooks and crannies of your life, if you're already working full-time or some sort of part-time and casual job, which is taking up a lot of your hours. So we need to, those money-making activities are the ones that we need to be doing first and foremost, and the ones that we should be doing and fitting into our lives every single day. So let's have a look at those. Now, before I go into those, I wanted to actually mention to you about the 80-20 rule. So 20% of the activities that you are going to be doing in your day will make up and contribute to 80% of your results. If you can understand that, if you can get that, in your head and you can keep that in your mind when you're doing your activities, the fact that 20% of your activities are going to contribute to 80% of your results, you'll understand that that's only 20% of things that you've got to do in the day that can make you have a really good, successful, large business. How cool is that? We don't need to be sitting there for 6 hours a day like we would if we're in a corporate job, in an office, and building this. We can build this very part-time in the nooks and crannies of our lives, and we can be building this, as long as we're doing those money-making activities each time. So now, there's a really good, results strategy that we should be doing. Eric Worre says this perfectly. Tanya Eliza says this perfectly. And I'll go through these 5 steps with you. So number 1 is obviously prospecting. We need to be growing our list and adding people to our list. We've got to be doing that. If you're not growing your list, you're not going to have people to talk to. You're not going to find people that you can present this opportunity to or just show them a video and whatnot. So the prospecting side of things should be number 1 always, and then after that, you need to be looking at inviting and booking appointments. So, okay, you've got all these prospects, you're growing your list, you've then got to invite them to some sort of a presentation or an opportunity, or invite them to watch some sort of video. If you're new in your business and videos work better for you, then why not use the video? But make sure you are, doing that bam fam, book a meeting from a meeting. After they've watched that video, make sure you say to them, hey, I want you to watch this video. When can you watch it? And then we'll speak after the video. I'll ring you in 15 minutes time if they can watch it straight away. Or can you watch it tonight at 7 p.m. and I'll ring you at 7:45, and make sure you are booking that meeting from that meeting or from that video so that you can then discuss what they thought of the video, what they liked about what they saw, and then, start your closing process or get a third party on the call to then start telling stories and testimonials as well. Number 3 is obviously presenting. You've got to present the opportunity. If that is a video for your team or your business, then that is fine as long as you do that book a meeting from a meeting and you are making sure that they have that call from you after they've watched the video. Not that they've watched it and then they go to bed, or not that they've watched it and then they go to work, or watch it in their lunch break and then they're don't get a call from you for the next 2 days. That's not going to work. We have to present to them. We have to, be following up with them properly. And that's obviously what goes into number 4 is following up. So we want to be following up. We want to find out their decision, whether that's a yes or no, it doesn't matter. As long as we find out what that decision is, we've got to follow up with them so we can close them properly, which is, that's the next step, is closing people. You've got to close everyone. You've got to make sure that you find out from them, is this something you see yourself doing? Is this a business that you can see yourself growing in the nooks and crannies of your life very part-time? We've got to make sure we show people the vision of how they can do this, even if they're a busy person, even if they're someone who's got 5 kids and sports activities after school and on the weekend. One of my business partners has 5 kids. She has after school activities and she does this on the weekend. And guess what? She's halfway through our company ranks. So she can do this. If she can do this, so can you. So can other people that you're, presenting this to and showing this to. We've just got to show them that time management of how to fit that in. So those 5 steps I gave you, and the next one is training and personal development. Obviously, you want to try and fit that into your day somewhere, and that could just take up about 15 to 20 minutes of your time in the day, which could be right at the end of your day before you go to bed. But you look at all those 5 steps and you think to yourself how they can fit into your day. I can't tell you how they fit into your day because I don't know what your daily schedule is. But if you think about where they can fit into your day, I'll give you some examples of that. So if you're in the corporate world, or if you're a plumber or a builder, or you're a bus driver or something, it could be anyone, and you get a half an hour to an hour break for lunch, what could you be doing? You could be inviting people. You could be ringing up and prospecting people. You could be following up with yesterday's invites. You could be following up with the invites from a few days ago with that video, and closing them on that. You could be doing a bit of personal development. If you've done a few follow-ups and then you've got a bit of 10 minutes left at the end, do a bit of personal development, which could be reading a book, it could be learning some new training from your company, and that sort of thing. And then you've got to think about weekends. If you've got an hour lunch break and you can do those money-making activities in your hour lunch break, whether that's half an hour or an hour, make sure you're doing them, and make sure nobody interrupts you when you're doing them. But then at night time, what are you doing then? Can you present to people at night time? Can you make sure that 8 p.m. every night you're on a Zoom with new prospects, or inviting people on, or you're getting your team together and you're doing team training, which is all about that personal development. These are the sorts of things you should be doing for time management. So have a think about that. What is it that you do every single night when your kids go to bed and you've cleaned the house up and whatever else it is that you do? What do you do with yourself? Are you doing Zoom meetings? Are you inviting people? Are you prospecting people? Are you closing people? Are you doing personal development? Have a think about in the morning when you're getting the kids breakfast. Could you be listening to an audio? Could you be reading 5 pages of a book? This time management side of things and the money-making activities are the most important. If we're not doing the money-making activities, we're just doing busy work. So busy work is not going to get us anywhere. It's just us trying to act busy, and we're not actually doing anything that's going to produce money for us. So we have to look at that and change it up to the time management skills that we can have within our day, no matter how busy you are, that are the money-making activities. The next thing I wanted to say there is, this is what separates you from the amateurs. If you want to be one of those leaders, if you want to be one of the hustlers, someone who has a kick-ass business and is building all the time, it doesn't matter what your schedule looks like. You can fit this into your life. And have a look at some of our leaders. Have a look at what jobs and careers they had before they came into network marketing. I'm just going to say Tanya Eliza there because I know what she used to do. She was in the insurance industry doing, 6 days a week, and then she'd be on call on Sundays. And then what would happen? She'd have an hour break every single lunch, and that's how she would build her network marketing business until it got to the stage where she could retire from her insurance job. So why can other people not do that? Use that time properly, and better your skills at time management. Get yourself some sort of a diary or some sort of a book, or something that can help you to put down these 5 key elements of, you know, prospecting, inviting, follow-up, closing, and personal development, put those down somewhere, and then, you know, write them out on a table for yourself, or an Excel spreadsheet, or in a diary of some sort, of how you can then set those times out within your day. Are you going to do, say, 15 minutes of prospecting and then 15 minutes of follow-ups? You know, you could do that in a lunch break. I know I could when I used to work in the corporate world. I could do that in a lunch break. You know, or if you're someone who's a stay-at-home mum like yourself, do it when your kids are asleep, or do it when they're happily playing, or do it all at night time. I spend 2 hours every single night doing my money-making activities. And if I'm not doing money-making activities, I'm doing personal development, like reading a book or journaling or listening to some sort of audio that can grow my mind. And then, you know, you think about the other personal development strategies we should be doing is attending events, you know, going to our big company events or different network marketing events, which can help you grow your marketing skills and your, you know, get more friends on your list and that sort of stuff. So this is very important to me. This is the type of stuff that I know will grow my business, and I hope it will grow yours as well. I really want you to either reach out to me or comment below and tell us what it is that you do for time management within your business. What is it that you're helping your team with time management? Are you letting them know that those 5 key elements of prospecting and inviting and all that sort of stuff are really the ones that they need to be doing first and foremost, and anything else should be put to the side? Social media should be put to the side if that's not a money-making activity, or if they're not prospecting on social media and they're just using it to flick through news feeds and stuff, then that's not a money-making activity. But if they're prospecting on social media, obviously that's a money-making activity, so they should be doing that. It depends on what your team does and what you do within your business. So remember the 80-20 rule. Remember that 80% of your results will come from 20% of what it is that you do within your business for money-making activities. And then have a look also at leaders and stuff, and have a look at the way that they use these time management skills to grow their businesses, you know, in those lunch breaks, when their kids are asleep, you know, after work. If you're on the train and you're on the train for 2 hours a day, an hour to work, an hour home. I know people that do that. They're on the train for 2 hours a day. What can they be doing? They can be building their business on a phone, getting on the phone, prospecting people or following up with people and closing them. And that is a money-making activity. That's what's going to grow their business the most and get them, you know, in the furthest direction. Work that out for yourself. And the last thing I want to say is make sure your family know what your money-making activities are. Make sure that they also respect your time when you're trying to do those money-making activities. Tell your kids, hey kids, mum just needs half an hour to herself to go and talk to a few people. Can you respect that? And I'll come and play with you, you know, once I've finished, or I'll come and watch a movie with you once I've finished, or whatever that may be. Or, you know, sit them down for lunch, and if they're happy having lunch on their own, you then tell them, mum's going to go and make, you know, do 20 minutes of phone calls or talking to people on a Zoom and that sort of stuff, and I'll come back to you and sit with you after that. Make sure you get your kids to know about your business and what it is that's important to you for your business, and make sure they respect your time for that. If they don't understand why you're on the phone all the time or why you're on the computer and stuff, they're always going to bug you. You know, this is the situation that I get in because I'm a stay-at-home mum, so that's why I'm using that. You know, but I make sure my girls know that mum's going to do some work now. So I usually do it when my youngest daughter's asleep and my eldest daughter's happily playing or watching a movie or doing some drawings or something, and she knows mum's going to go on the computer now for the next half an hour. So if you can start your time management in that way, you can start building your team more, building your success more, and doing the 80-20 rule and making sure that the 80-20 is the money-making activities, you will grow, you will go far, you will have success, and your team will see that they can do that as well, and they will want to follow suit. I hope that was of value to you. Please like or share if it was, and please comment below if you have some great money-making activities that you do for yourself for time management that gets you further in your business. And please subscribe to my videos if they are of value to you. I'll see you all in the next video. See ya.